It's a momentous day for the sport, with the GR Supra on the grid and under lights here in Sydney. It feels like a new age of supercars is about to begin, and it starts with the BRT boys. And a great start from Aaron Cameron. Can he cover his teammate off? He can. They will never have a better chance to win a supercars race than right now.
James Golding just crept a little bit before the start of the race, but he was able to get the car stopped, so I think he'll be okay with that. Brock Feeney got around the outside of Matt Payne as well. Brown now finds himself on the outside at turn 2 as the rest of the field file through.
He's lost it on the charge.
Lost us up 4 spots already. He's done what we expected him to do, take advantage of the start of the race. He's such a good starter of the race car, and he's always aggressive on the first lap.
Kai Allen up 3 spots at the start of this one. Cooper Murray's made some ground up early as well. Gee, wouldn't it be good for Penrith Racing to get this spot here clear and maybe try and set their sights on the leaders, but wouldn't it be good for the Blanchard Racing team if these two started to have at it right now and gave them a bit of breathing room at the front of this field.
Here's the battle for third. Payne sends it up the inside.
Oh.
Feeney saw him coming. Now he's going to try and switch to the inside for the run up to turn 7. He's got there. Now can Payne hang on the outside? No, he decides better of it. So while these two are battling, look at the gap up to first and second. Every time that James Golding looks in his rear vision mirror and sees these guys fighting, the smile, the grin just gets slightly bigger and bigger. You can choose to dive in early, make your stop, get some clear track at the back of the field, and hopefully, what we do call in the game is undercut the opposition.
This Brody Kostecki duking it out with the man who was on the podium in the Friday night race last year. Now wait, there's more. Car 26 has now been noted for a false start. So they'll be shining the torch a bit further back on the grid. We did say that Kylan had a pretty good first lap. Race control will now be investigating if it was legal.
Someone is coming to the lane, and I think it's one of the errors. Yes, it's Cooper Murray, and he was jiggling the steering left to right as he left the final corner and made his way to pit lane. So you can see there again. So potential damage on the 99 Total Energies Camaro from Erebus.
Now, has he copped a whack or potentially run wide on some of these curves?
Yeah, he's straight to the garage.
He's gone to the garage. But a terrible way for their season to start. The good news is this is the least of the points-paying races for the weekend.
Minimising the pain, if you like, for Cooper Murray. Talk about under a bit of pain right now. Here's Zach Bates getting a welcome to the main game from Brody Kostecki.
Wow, that was a shot in the right rear, and it pushed the bumper right onto the tyre. Brody just went waltzing on through.
Yeah, so he caught it right at the right time down in the entry to turn 8. And you can see now that bodywork rubbing on the rear of Zach Bates, number 10 Matchstone Racing Bendex Camaro. So that's the battle. That was 9th and 10th. Bates drops down to 10th, and he has Thomas Randall behind him in the Castrol Mustang. So here's Randall getting by Bates. And look to your top of screen, Kai Allen sends it up the inside at turn 6, gets the apex curb. Reynolds tries to turn in, can't do it. There's a Penrite-sized Mustang right in the way. This is the Brody Kostecki one. It's a fair shot right in the rear bumper. Didn't look like there was a lot of overlap. You can see straight away how it's pushed that rear bumper. Just looking here. Yeah, so certainly they've come up on our timing screens. Car under investigation, car 10 and car 17.
And that was Job Stewart getting relegated a spot by Macaulay Jones as our champ is in the lane.
Chad, you mentioned that you thought the issue for Cooper Murray was steering. He reported heavy steering as he came into the garage. I just want to quickly check in with Barry Ryan. Any update for Cooper and what's going on with that car?
Nah, it's just lost power steering pressure, so either in the pump or the rack. So we'll check it out and try and fix it for tomorrow.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Barry.
So you can just tell by the way the field spread out at the start of the race, and there wasn't a whole lot of energy in there. We spoke about how Brock Feeney was treating his tyres early. I expect Feeney will probably go quite long here. Oh no, he's changed his mind. See how late was that?
Late call to the pits. Let's see what they're made of in 2026. Has to wait 40 kilometres per hour all the way down to that very last garage, as they are the Thrifty Team's champions from last year. Did they go for 4? And if they do, check this out.
Beautiful, mate.
Mark Dutton on the radio car controller.
Rears are done. Make sure you got a gear. Standing by. Clear, clear, clear.
I mean, come on, that is as good as it gets in pit lane. And the time as they get out of this one, 7.2 seconds. hit the marks. Rears first.
A little bit long in the box. A little bit slow on the rear.
Now the rejoin will be tight. And did he have to check up? No, he's got a clear run out of pit lane. Watch for Feeney on the left-hand side. A ticket they go for 4 as well.
Go behind, stop.
They'll have to wait a moment.
Hold the
Brown
line,
looks to
hold
be
the
doing
line.
4 as well. Here comes Feeney, race for the leaders on.
Got him.
And that is the difference in pit lane.
By a lot, too. Don't forget Aaron Cameron needs to get his tyre up to temperature. This is Feeney's first, he just finished his first lap on that tyre. So a great outlap, good pit stop and a great outlap by Brock Feeney.
Jade is close here.
Wood covers. Didn't expect that. Now, does Ojeda get it up the inside? Yes, he does. Nice. And that's the difference of fresh front tyres. Remember, Wood only took rear tyres and the car would not turn into the mid-corner. So while Wood was able to brake nice and late, he didn't have the initial steer that he needed to get to the mid-corner.
James Golding pushes on. Matt Payne dives in.
Now, where does Payne come out? Just in front of Will Brown. Now, Will Brown's going to try and turn up the inside, do what Ojeda did. Payne needs to stop him.
Left him half a car, and that was all the invite that Will Brown needed. Just shoved him out of the way. Car 888. And that was aggression. This is from Matt Payne's point of view. Tried desperately to hold it up against that curb. Just got shoved out of the way. Job Stewart, is this out wide at turn 3? Yeah, there's a huge gap off the back of that curb. And a very sharp edge as well. Be very careful there. That's what cost Brock Feeney last time round as Golding is in. Kostecki pushes on, leads his first lap of season 2026, but has that 5-second penalty hanging over his head for now.
It is tricky to follow closely through turn 1 with the aero wash. So Brown will be awake to the trick that he used. So a bit of return serve here from Payne, and then another side swipe, side-to-side contact, and Payne come on through. So
attaboy, on to the next one. Go get Golding.
A bit of character coaching from Jack Bell in the garage as well. You let him know about that one.
yeah, well, they made contact the first time when Brown got through on Payne. So Payne's, I see you and raise you at turn 2. And he gets on through. Here's Anton Di Pasquale just trying to get up the inside at the final corner at turn 11, and does get the run off the final corner on Will Brown. So this is the battle, 6th versus 7th. And you can see them separate, trying to get away from each other, not trying to give each other a side draft. But Di Pasquale will claim the high ground and take turn 1 in 6th. Oh, Golding's got right up the inside. Contact there. So Waters was super wide, and now Golding's got through. That was a great move. They came from nowhere. So whilst I was explaining, oh, Waters isn't done with this, but it gets a big tank slapper up off the curb at turn 10, and he isn't able to get the run up the inside. And Golding, with those fresher tyres, you'd expect to see him drive off up the road here. And now Matt Payne turns his attention to the rear bumper of... You can see him in the rear vision mirror, looking at the top of the screen. The headlights are on.
It's so menacing. All over him. Watch him in the inside at 2.
So you'll see the headlights. He's right on him. He dives to the inside. We can see it from the mirrors.
That was cool. Oh, and there's another rug between these two now. Just on the right rear of the Penrite car. So that's 4th for Matt Payne. In the blink of an eye, Waters goes from 3rd to 5th. It's just about homeward bound. 21 years ago, 2005, Craig Lowndes and 888 right here. And then Eastern Creek, the first time that they won a race, and it was with the Blue Oval. 21 years later, it's a big story. They're back with Ford, and they're going to get the job done here today. What a moment this is for Brock Feeney as he slides his way out of the last corner.
Yeah!
He puts Adelaide in his rearview mirror, and it's all eyes forward for 2026.
Thanks to the team for
Feeney's
the
on the board.
And you are a legend. What a statement.
Double podium from the front row lockout for the Blanchard Racing team. It's still their best ever performance. They'll be leading the team's championship.
Every single one of you. You guys deserve all of this. Fantastic pit stop. The effort you guys put on is second to none.